Hello there, and welcome back to The Yap. In today's episode, I wanted to talk a little bit about a story of mine that I've had over the past couple of weeks when it comes down to living paycheck to paycheck. Now, the other day, I went to the super Target that is closest to my workplace, and where I happen to live, it's a little bit more of a food desert. There aren't really any grocery stores nearby, but there is tons and tons of fast food. Now, I'm a very healthy guy, so I haven't had fast food in years, and I really try to prioritize cooking because if you cook your food, then usually it will go longer. You can use more, you'll have more food, and you'll be able to eat it for more days for less money, generally speaking. And so I've moved to a new apartment recently, and I no longer have a grocery store. I just have this super Target that's next to me, but on top of moving, I've had some car issues recently that I'm trying to get fixed, and I've also had to pay double rent, and being a teacher, I don't make that much money in general, so I've really been paycheck to paycheck recently. And so here I am, I'm at this super Target, and I only have $55 to get groceries until my next paycheck, which is going to be coming next Tuesday or so, and the point of recording this is Friday morning. And on Wednesday, I still needed to make sure that that $55 would last me until the next paycheck. So I was walking around and trying to get the healthiest, most satiating food that I could for myself so that I would be able to be good to go for the next couple of days or so. I don't have any ability to eat out or to spend on other things right now. I really am pretty tight when it comes down to money. And so I was walking around Target and trying to fill my $55 in the best way that I could, and I overheard another Target employee talking to another one of their coworkers, and they ended up saying something along the lines of, "Tell me that you have money to spend," without telling me that you have money to spend. And the idea behind this is, of course, someone was making purchases that were not needs whatsoever, that they could just afford things that they wanted, maybe expensive items, things that most, working class people like myself that are more paycheck to paycheck could never really think about getting whatsoever. And I am one of those people that looks very well-to-do. Like I look like I maybe have money based on the way that I dress, but I get everything from the thrift shop. I only get hand-me-downs from other people. It's some good clothes, don't get me wrong, but I give the impression that I probably have more money than I do, and that is purposeful. I think that it helps me in other facets of life. And so walking by them, if I was one of the Target employees, I would have been like, oh, this slip guy probably looks like he has money to spend too, but the reality is that I don't. And overhearing these other two employees talking about this person that just had so much more money than we happen to have, I could relate to them, although I thought that the Target employees wouldn't think that I was so relatable to them. I knew internally that I was probably in a similar situation where I really have to think a lot more about money. And I am constantly thinking about money right now because I'm trying to invest as much as I can, but I also have a lot of kind of daily life costs right now that are eating into my emergency fund and into my savings. And so money is something that I'm just thinking about a lot. And I genuinely cannot imagine the life of someone that has money to spend. Now, I've been in those situations before, and I'm lucky that I come from a family that is pretty financially secure. But at the same time, I, as a 27-year-old that is pretty self-made and lives by himself across the world or across the country from the rest of my family, I don't have that support system, and I'm not in those circles where I feel safe financially speaking. I'm out here forging my own path and trying to figure out how to make money, whether it be through my normal job or through second jobs or even through YouTube and that sort of thing. And it's very important to me. And I just cannot imagine what it is like to have a schedule of freedom or just financial freedom at this point in time. I'm working so hard to get to that point, and I feel like at some point in time, I will be financially successful because here it is 4 a.m. or 5 a.m. just about on Friday, and I'm pretty much always working on the YouTube channel or doing things to improve myself as a human being with my skills and with the value that I happen to bring to the table. So I do hope that that all pans out in the future. But as someone that, again, is waking up super early, has a full work day, is going to do a live stream after this, we'll spend all weekend pretty much working on YouTube videos with the hope that they are valuable to you guys. All of that time, all of my resources with energy and motivation, I spend all of it in order to be productive. I don't really just play video games and sit back and kick back and relax. I am a hyper productive person and I like to go, go, go. And I enjoy that. But at the same time, it's just bewildering to me thinking about what is the life of someone that is working so much less than I am. These people that make, 2 to 3, maybe even 4 times as much money as I do, but they're working and spending their time for work-related endeavors in a fractional sense as compared to the amount of time that I spend in order to trying to just pinch pennies together in order to be paycheck to paycheck or be able to afford a relatively okay quality of life. And I am able to do that, but I'm also constantly thinking about money and thinking about, am I able to afford rent this month? Or what about the next paycheck that's coming in? Is it going to be enough for me to get through the next couple of weeks or so? How much money can I invest and what does that mean for my financial future? These are things that I'm always kind of spitballing with in my head and juggling. And it's just, again, I cannot imagine what it's like to wake up at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock and be able to go to the gym, and then maybe you work from 10 a.m. until maybe 4 p.m. or something like that. And then you're off and then you just watch TV or you just play video games or you go and hang out with your friends, or maybe you have the money to go out to dinner multiple times a week, or you're able to go to the golf course and play a round of golf with your friends multiple times a week. All of those expenses, they add up for me. Or to be able to go to some place like Target or Best Buy, or to be able to shop and deliver Amazon packages consistently. I can't imagine any of those things. It is so far away from my life that I look at everyone else that I can see in these financial positions, and I really have a relative lack of understanding as to how this is possible. And I do know that it's not a one-to-one thing where some of the most hardworking people, at least in the United States of America, are the people that are paid the least. And I am one of those people by far. And I've always known that. I'm an elementary school teacher, so of course we're not going to get as much money, although I believe that we probably should as teachers based on the value that we do provide. But it's just crazy to me thinking about, I know that it's not necessarily how hard you work, but the things that you work on and the value that that brings to the market and to the economy and to the GDP of your country. And people that are in AI or in the tech space or in real estate, they just have a different schedule and lifestyle where maybe they can go out to lunch, or there's so many people that will eat out for lunch at work all of the time. And I just look at them, and even if it's something like Taco Bell, and they just get Taco Bell and it's $5 every single day, or even your Starbucks every single day, those $5, if I was to do both of those, that's an extra $50 a week. That's an extra $200 a month. Like, just on the little things, here I am, I'm trying to spend my $55 in making sure that it's good to go for the week, and I don't have any of those really niceties. And so it's just crazy to think about, what would life really look like if I had that financial time and freedom. And I think that, it's gratifying to me to be working as hard as I am in order to see what I can do for myself and see how I can increase my net worth. If any of you guys are interested, the most recent video on this channel is my episode 2, that second update to my net worth. But many of you guys also know that I'm side hustling as much as I can, and I'm freelancing video editing and making cinematics for your Minecraft world or your YouTube videos. Just for your channel, if you want something really cool, you're more than welcome to reach out. And it's only $5. Like, that is so below minimum wage. I'm working so hard for pennies, when it comes down to it, in order to do this freelance. And it's still a struggle, and I'm still constantly worried when it comes down to what the next couple weeks are going to look like for myself financially as I work as hard and hard and hard. So I kind of just wanted to share the story and my own experience of life when it comes down to it. And I'd love to know, you don't have to share it fully, but what does your day and financial system look like? Do you have to pinch pennies? Are you worried about how much money that you're going to be able to have for the next couple of weeks? How do you feel about your emergency fund? Or if things were to not go well in your life, how much money do you have in order to really make sure that life is still going to be stable if you were to lose your job, or if some health crisis came up or anything like that? Because I know I'm working my bum off, but I still don't feel that security. And I just would love to hear the experiences of other people, where you're at, what life looks like for you. Do you look at a whole ton or a whole populace of the American population, if you're an American, that is able to go to those nice dinners and to go out to lunch and to be able to buy the things that they want to on Amazon all of the time and have all of the new tech and the gadgets and that sort of thing? Do you look at them as almost a different breed of people, or like American, and you see that you and other working class people are so different? Or are you one of those people that maybe your lifestyle can afford for you to be able to buy these things or to go out and have some time freedom? Or maybe you're not worried about it as much and you do it, but you don't look at as much at your finances. I'm here trying to save as much money as I can and to provide you guys as much value as a YouTuber and through my life as I can. So I do hope that you found this valuable. If you did, definitely consider leaving a like on the video. And if you'd like to continue and stay along for the journey, well, we have plenty of more updates to come and plenty of updates already on this channel right here. Definitely take a look at my main channel if you're interested in it, but your support goes a long way. Live stream tonight if you're watching this today on the main channel, although this is the second channel, and I will be excited to see you. I hope that you have a wonderful day and weekend and week ahead of you.